But founder Jason Wiley has made his intentions quite clear. Sometimes it feels like the world is becoming more divided, chaotic, and cluttered.
I find that so funny, to make one of the most divisive media empires on the internet and be like, oh, I did this because people are divided. So, yeah. What I was thinking is, what if, could I solve the problem by pouring jet fuel on it and then seeing the effects and how that plays out?
If he had said that here in Austria, he would have been criminally charged, maybe even jailed. In the US, he got away with it because of basically limitless freedom of speech. Since then, the response has been huge. More than 5,000 comments, almost 20,000 likes as of now, from all over the world. Thank you so much, I truly appreciate it. But not all of it was positive. I also got a flood of hate, fascistic comments, Islamophobic comments, anti-Semitic comments, racist insults, some so extreme, I can't even repeat them. And then I found out something new. Apparently, he already lost his job in January. I don't know when he lost his job, it doesn't matter. Now he has set up a fundraiser. When I checked the page, he already had raised over $40,000. And I thought, who would donate to this man? So I looked at the comments. And what I found shocked me. Before I show you, a quick note. I will not display usernames or comments that are openly hateful, Islamophobic, anti-Semitic, anti-black or racist in any way, shape or form. What you will see are the more contained ones, but even these show the kind of people who surround and support this fascist. And for full transparency, there's something I didn't tell you, and I will share that in a later part of the video because this is not the time to say it. I found about this fundraiser from a Reddit post complaining about it, LOL. I'm firmly against cancel culture and I will gladly donate to counteract the effects. The days where woke people can destroy other people's lives is over, and I will...
Isn't it wild how fast cancel culture was just effectively, you know, showed itself for what it really was? An argument to defend fascism, racism, Nazism. Like, you can all the terms you've heard nonstop being used by people of all sides of the political aisle. Like, it wasn't just coming from fucking conservatives or right-wingers. It was coming from some leftists who would talk about, we do need to talk about the purity testing in the left. We do need to talk about the woke scolds. I don't know if you've heard of them. They scold you for being too woke or not woke enough. I can't remember. Either way, they're scoldy. I don't like them. This is a big problem, a really big problem. I know there's a lot of things the left should be concerning itself with, you know, the imperial capitalism, genocide, ethnic cleansing, that kind of stuff. But we also really need to bring attention to and say, I don't know, do podcasts, YouTube episodes, write books about the problems that come with cancel culture. Because cancel culture is really insidious. It's dangerous even. People can have their lives changed. They can be falsely accused. If you made a single racist tweet, maybe like 10 years ago or last week, then people can bring it up and be like, here's an example of you deserving to be canceled. And when you're canceled, oh, it's swift. It's so fast. I mean, if you're a guy, it's definitely for like more than 48 hours. Like, and then people will come at you and be like, you said the racist thing that one time, and then you'll be canceled, and then all of a sudden white folk lose all their powers, and it's real sad. And so cancel culture is serious. We need to talk about it. And all of that wasted oxygen and words and breath have led us to a period in time where fascists are running fucking the world's largest empire, and they are still weaponizing this shit effectively because some people bought into the entire ruse. Like, if you were to talk about, hey, by the way, there's a problem with people and their speech. Okay, where are we going with this? Some people, they have their speech limited. Okay, who are we talking about? Oh, celebrities, or politicians, or people, influencers, YouTubers, famous YouTubers. There's sometimes, like, you know, you'll see a famous YouTuber and they'll like do something really, really shitty, and then the woke mob comes for them, and then the woke mob, they grab their pitchforks and they don't even know why they're mad, and then they cancel the famous person who makes close to $150,000 a month on Patreon. And it's really scary. It could happen at any time, at any given time. And so that's why we need to fight for this. And I fight on the behalf of this. It's dangerous. I don't know if this is the primary problem that we have. I mean, there's certainly a problem with, say, visible minorities being canceled all the fucking time. whether that be in just general conversation, if they try to speak up in a conversation where they're like, hey, by the way, this is, sometimes kind of offensive when you do this, and then everyone being like, oh my God, here comes the fucking purity testing. Here we go. Oh, what? I'm not allowed to rub your hair. I can't say that you're good at math. I can't say that you're good at basketball. What? These are compliments, bro. What? Oh God. Or again, people who are trans online and at a certain point, if they have a social media account that grows a certain amount of followers, eventually they're gonna have all these weird Nazis who literally get their accounts destroyed, taken down. Like, again, this happens on a much larger scale to a lot of people who have very small accounts. It really feels like people who are already oppressed in society become further oppressed. Their speech is limited. So when you talk about like universal free speech or having more access to people and giving them platforms and stuff, speech for whom is what I've always wondered. Because, I'm just saying this as like a cis dude, white skinned, like, yeah, I've been canceled, I've been called out, and if it's something that I genuinely fucked up on, and then I am being told by my peers, hey, by the way, as a cis guy, you can't say that, all right? You can apologize and then move on, and it's not the end of the world. You don't lose everything in the process. You can also acknowledge the fucked up shit you did in the past and be like, that was wrong. It's also not the end of the world. In fact, it's probably better than not. Growth. Like, who amongst us hasn't been homophobic? Who amongst us? I'm saying this as someone who's a little bit gay. I've been homophobic. Absolutely. A lot of unpacking to do. A lot of learning to do. And then realizing that after the fact, being like, oh yeah, that was fucked up. Shouldn't have done that. Shouldn't have thought that. Should have said that. I agree. Oh, sorry. I mean, never apologize to the woke mob. They will never be satisfied. At no point can you ever give them enough. They will always come after you in perpetuity, forever.
Fight to keep it that way. I mean, you can just switch woke with fascist, and it sounds more logical, doesn't it? The days where fascist people can destroy other people's lives is over. I mean, how ignorant can you be knowing the history of fascism and dictatorship? There have been so many wars initiated, so much hate spewed by dictators and fascists. I don't necessarily align with your views, but this is an infringement of free speech. Yes, obviously, I don't know if you can interpret it as an infringement of free speech, but I am happy that he has got some consequences out of what he said. And like I've said in my last video, and I will repeat it in this video, he would be criminally charged here in Austria, and rightly so. I stand by it. If there's a hill to die on, this is the hill I will die on. There's nothing wrong with being a fascist. Stay strong, king. That's the king they're imagining. That's the leader they're imagining. That's the benevolent leader he was talking about in the debate. It's crazy. We are so back. I will leave it up to your interpretation what is meant by we. We all know who we is. And that's really, really dangerous. I mean, haven't we passed these days? It's 2025, like, wake up, guys. We need to stop bending the knee and supporting our own. Again, we, our own, we all know what they're talking about. This is fascism based on white supremacy, nothing else. They're calling him a victim, downplaying his words, turning dangerous speech into something harmless. That's how fascism spreads, not just through loud extremists, but through the quiet enablers. Mehdi, with double D, was flabbergasted. Great job. That guy's garbage. Thank you for putting him in his place. Who put who in his place? Have you seen the debate?
Also, what? $300? Where do you have that kind of disposable income where you're like, oh, so what are we doing here? The guy who basically was praising Hitler, open fascist, very proud to be a racist dude, he lost his job, supposedly, because of his, again, overt fascism and racism and hating minorities. I gotta get in there. $300 to the cause. Here we are.
Are you totally insane? I'm just baffled. I'm flabbergasted. I really don't agree with your views, but your job is evil with capital letters, for firing you for simply and calmly discussing your political beliefs with your God-given right to freedom of speech. If you were black or female and saying you support communism, we all know they wouldn't fire you. Yeah, they would probably promote him. That's ridiculous. White man, there is the we, there is the us. White men are the most persecuted people in the world today, and it's absolutely sickening. God bless you and take care. Your God-given right to freedom of speech, do you think God...
As a white man, I'll be honest, it's not true. Sorry to the fellow white men, but nah, it's just not true. I mean, you can be oppressed for a lot of things. You can be oppressed for being poor, that's for sure. Yeah, there's a lot of class oppression that does happen to a lot of white people. But distinguish, like, you know, for the unique ability, being oppressed just because you're white, as in like, hey, by the way, I can't rent you this property. Why? Oh, because you're a Caucasian. Oh my God, I can't give you this job. Why? Caucasian. Oh my God. Hey, you, stop on the street. Time for a random pat down and check. I gotta see if you have any drugs or other things I could arrest you for. But why? Why am I being profiled? Caucasian. That's why the whiteness of your skin tells me that you're more predisposed to being a criminal and you probably have drugs in your pockets. That has yet to happen. That has not happened. I haven't had that experience. When it does happen, I'll tell you. All right, the first time that a cop stops me and profiles me, and it's just like, because of the translucence of your skin, the fact that I can see the reflection of the sun blinding me, I had to stop you. I'll be like, oh my God, Jesus, I'm experiencing anti-white hate and racism right now. It's happening to me in real time. I can't wait to tell my chat.
God wants you to talk about fascists in a positive way. Do you think God supports fascists? These people believe that God supports fascists. It's absolutely insane. I don't understand it. I just don't get the world they're living in. They're living in a completely different world. They're living in a parallel universe. I really don't know. And I think that's why this kind of hate speech is really, really dangerous. If you put it out there in the public, people listen to it, and some of them are not that educated and they will believe him. And that's the way such ideologies spread. And that's why you need to have a limitation on freedom of speech in order to protect democracy. Way to push the boundaries. There you see what they're trying to do. Very brave of you. You should debate someone like Nick Fuentes, whoever that is, I don't know. Debating a progressive Muslim is hilarious. Progressive Muslim.
Oh, awesome. I'm just, you seem like a very pleasant person, quite lovely. So I'm happy for you. That makes me happy to know that.
And he's clearly just trying to dismantle the Western world. There you got it. That's so Islamophobe. Mehdi Hasan has nothing else to do. His whole agenda is to dismantle the Western world. And that's what they believe in. Insane. For free speech. At least he is on point. Tired of listening to immigrants complain about the people whose lives they're ruining.
Anytime someone says for free speech and they're relating it to racism or fascism, it's free speech to be a Nazi. It's free speech to be a fascist. That's it. I want to be able to be a racist. I want to be able to be an open and proud racist, and I don't want to be canceled for it. I don't want to face consequences for my actions. I am, again, you've got the maturity of a fucking child, a little baby. It's just like little kids who don't want to face any responsibility for the things they do. Hey, did you fucking smash that vase? Yeah, but I don't want to feel bad or be in trouble. Fuck off.
In immigrants.
Hey, Dark Native, good to see you.
Aren't white Americans also immigrants? They're definitely not natives, yeah. Mehdi Hasan was arrogant and undignified. Young white men in this country deserve the opportunity to apply for jobs in the land our families bled for. So black people didn't bleed for America? Are you kidding me? Or other people? That's ridiculous. And here...
Well, also, what's more ridiculous is you can do that. No one is stopping white folk from getting jobs because they're white. White people need to be able to get jobs in the land and soil where we bled and our forefathers bled for. Okay. Skills issue? Go get a job. Why are you on the internet complaining about this? Why are you donating money to a Nazi to be able to complain about this? It's like, yeah, not only can white folk not get jobs, but I'm broke. I had $50 to get me through the month, but I gave it to a fucking weird-ass Nazi I saw in the Jubilee video.
Notice how they twist freedom of speech as if freedom means say anything you want without any consequences. But real freedom comes with responsibility. No more squeezing you out of the workforce for cheap labor. Deport ungrateful and condescending Mehdi Hasan. Deport him. He's a US citizen. And there you got the whole issue. These people believe that because of the color of your skin or because of your beliefs, you will never belong to them. Even if you have a citizenship, you ought to be deported. That's crazy. And that's where dictatorship and fascism leads to. Where's the rule of law? Where is the freedom of speech for Mehdi Hassan without being deported? Now, not everything was dark. Some people donated just so they could leave a comment against fascism. They gave their money to use their voice, and that's so powerful, and I want to praise them here. It's worth the $5 to me to tell you all that you are the dumbest on the planet for believing this fascist POS and his views. Get a life, you losers. You hate all these people, but aren't self-aware enough to realize you hate yourselves.
As funny as this is, and I agree, it's hilarious. First off, if you can do it for 1 cent, that's the most you should be doing, because even then, you're giving a cent to a fascist. I just want to get ahead of that, all right? You gave $5 to a fascist here. But it is funny. This is a funny way, but as a form of activism or protest, do not give him a penny.
And are literally brainwashed to act against your own self-interest so the rich get richer and you get tough words. I will leave the interpretation of what she just said for the comment section. I did donate $5 only because it wouldn't let me donate $1. Connor posted in January that he lost his job prior to the debate on Jubilee, so that can only mean 2 things. He's lying about losing his job because of his beliefs, or he lost his job for a second time in 1 year, which means he's incompetent. I like how the conservative, Catholic, admitted fascist is relying on socialism in a time of need. Earlier I said I had something to tell you, something I hadn't shared before. Here it is. I worked as a human rights lawyer. I defended asylum seekers who fled dictatorships. I've seen the cost of this kind of speech. I've met people who were tortured. I've seen families destroyed. I've heard stories of war, chaos, and hunger. That's why I make these videos, because I know where words like this can lead. Let me be clear, I respect the US Constitution. Freedom of speech is vital, but I also believe there must be limits, especially when speech praises fascism and encourages violence. Austria has those limits, and I agree with them. So again, thank you. Thank you for standing with me, for your courage and for your voices. Because of you, I'm hopeful. Hopeful that one day we'll see international standards that stop hate like this from spreading unchecked. Together, we can build a future where dictatorships stay in history books and never again in speeches of the next generation. Thank you. And to the one...
Thank you for all the things you just said. Wow. All right. Why you gotta humble me, bro? Just like so quick. All right. I was about to be like, I like this guy's channel. You know, good performance, good style. I you know, did good editing. And then all of a sudden it's like, by the way, I'm a human rights lawyer and I actually do good shit. And you're like, oh, I'm an internet clown. I make funny voices. They say I do a decent Alex Jones. That's cool. All right. I got a handsome ass fucking human rights lawyer. Neat. I don't own suspenders. I'm not enough of an adult.
One guy in my comments who wanted to insult me because of my big nose. You know what they say about men with big noses. And if you don't, ask your mom.
No, he's funny. What the fuck? I'm not sharing his link. I'm not helping this motherfucker blow up. No, too much male insecurity going down. Jesus Christ, I can't do it. I can't. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is toxic masculinity. You're witnessing the effects right now. Okay, what is happening before your very eyes? I can't do it. Oh, I already liked it. No. Oh God, I can't in good conscience. All right, here. This is artist Farfalla, and he's really funny, and apparently is actually doing important work outside of being a half-decent YouTuber. So, how about that?
On the Gaza conflict.
Hey, Eric, it's Obama. I'm probably going to jail, man. You think you can help me break out of there?
Sure. What's the plan?
First, I need you to tattoo the layout of the prison all over my body.
Okay, Obama. You got it. Hi, I'm Eric. I'm an etiquette teacher, and today's video has multiple opening sequences for no reason. All right, let's start the show. Jubilee. You may know it as a period of remission from the penal consequences of sin, granted by the Roman Catholic Church under certain conditions for a year, usually...
Definitely knew that definition off the top of my head. Yeah, someone was like, can you describe Jubilee? Define it. A period of remission from the penal consequences of sin granted by the Roman Catholic Church under certain conditions for a year, usually at intervals of 25 years.
At intervals of 25 years. But what if I told you it was also a YouTube channel?
Oh.
That's right. Today we're going to talk about Jubilee Media. If you use the internet at all, you're probably familiar with their work. They've got a ton of shows under the Jubilee Media umbrella. Shows like Versus One, Spectrum, Middle Ground, Odd One Out, Both Sides, Ranking, Mask Off, Split Decision, Sample Size, and of course the one that's getting the most attention right now, Surrounded.
So do you believe in the all-knowing, all-powerful, all-good notion of God?
What do you mean by believe?
Yeah, you see, Jubilee Media has a very interesting mission statement. It's one that ties all of their shows together with a common thread. In their own words, they are a digital media company that pushes boundaries, tackles taboos, and breaks the rules. We believe discomfort and conflict are pivotal forces in creating human connection. In short, we're not afraid to go there.
Whoa.
Discomfort and conflict. Two things so rarely used to combat a divide. But founder Jason Wiley has made his intentions quite clear. Sometimes it feels like the world is becoming more divided, chaotic, and cluttered. But if I
find that so funny, to make one of the most fucking divisive media empires on the internet and be like, oh, I did this because people are divided. So, yeah. What I was thinking is, what if, could I solve the problem by pouring jet fuel on it? And then seeing the effects and how that plays out.
I've learned anything in my time growing Jubilee, it's this. We are all inextricably linked and want to live for something deeper. Living for empathy and human good is a resilient vision, and one that is worthy of pursuit. Well, so now that we know what Jubilee and its founders stand for, let's see the kind of progress they've made. Jubilee needs to be banned. Hanging out in the Jubilee green room with a bomb vest. If I was on a Jubilee, they wouldn't be able to use any of my footage. I'd just be telling people to kill themselves.
If I was on
Jubilee, I'd be running
likes.
away after sabotaging their film gear and doxing their staff. The Jubilee channel's only purpose is finding the most extreme, violent people from the seediest corners of the internet and giving them an enormous platform they would never otherwise have. All for some AdSense dollars. Dog shit political slop content at its lowest and laziest. I do think Jubilee should be demonetized for knowingly
Yeah,
spreading
but
Nazi propaganda.
my friends are in this one.
I'm kinda done with these Jubilee videos, to be honest. Jubilee should do a series called Firing Squad, where they line up all the participants and the producers and the CEO and shoot them. I have undeniable proof that
North Star
Jubilee is
Radio,
straight
wow.
up State Department propaganda. Video coming soon. Look, Jubilee Studios, they're a PragerU psyop. Nuke Jubilee. Well, CIA stopped funding Adam 22 and started funding Jubilee. I'm not sure why I subject my...
The CIA was funding Adam 22. I haven't heard that one. What a waste of cash. To do what?
myself to these Jubilee videos. Jubilee should invite 100 fascists next time, but instead of debating, they blow up the room on a live stream. YouTube demonetized Jubilee with 49,000 signatures. Oh, well, you know, as far as divides go, I'm not really seeing anyone arguing in here, which is good. Unfortunately, I am seeing a lot of domestic terrorism threats. That's bad etiquette. Hi, Jubilee fan art. Oh, hold up, this might be positive. Ah, shit. I should have seen that coming. Great work. I was just about to blow myself up, but this brought me back down to earth. Keep using those talents and have a wonderful day. And heal the divide. Oh, bonjour. Welcome to the show. Now, believe it or not, I've never actually seen an entire Jubilee video before. I've only ever seen little bits and pieces clipped out and maybe even taken out of context. Because you know how people do it. They'll take the middle of an argument and they'll put that online, and it's just meant to look provocative so other people can start arguing about it below. But nobody ever watches the whole thing. So today, I'm going to watch the whole thing. I've got a Jubilee video queued up right here. It's called One Progressive versus 20 Far-Right Conservatives. Looks like brain food to me, and play.
My family lineage is settlers from the 1500s.
Colonialists.
Yeah,
You
colonials.
don't look very Native American to me.
I am Native American. Whites
not.
are Native Americans. What are you
Sorry,
talking about?
you're not.
What are you talking about?
Hey, why are we starting the video in the middle of a conversation?
I should get the hell out.
Yes.
Why?
I don't want you here.
I'm Mehdi Hassan. I'm a journalist. I'm the editor of Zeteo.
Oh, they're clipping their own stuff in a provocative way. I see.
Welcome.
Whoever touches the chair first gets to debate. So the first challenge is a physical one. And then they get to exercise their minds.
I want to say this. The
Should
argument,
US should people who live in the US not care
about
about
the
Let's
master
not
race.
interrupt each other. Because I have this thing, like people know I have this thing. I have to stay calm, okay? So
Okay.
Woof, all right, it's definitely so cool.
I haven't watched it just because like I didn't want to do it. It was just fucking, the clips were enough for me, but it's just wild. Even in the clips, seeing how many of these Nazis are like visibly shaking almost with just like, fucking want to fuck this guy up. I need to fuck him up. I'm not allowed to punch him, am I? You didn't say anything about kicks. And you're just like, Jesus Christ. Where did Jubilee find these people? Like, I really want to know what the letter that they put out was. Like, are you a neo-Nazi who hates brown people? Would you want to kill them? Well, we have a platform for you.
Hey, you guys want something? You want a drink? Can I get you a drink? Nope. No, you're good. You want to keep watching this? Okay.
Well, I mean, I certainly don't support anyone's human dignity being assaulted. I'm a Catholic.
But you don't condemn Nazi persecution of the Jews?
I think that
they're not afraid to go there.
you should stuff like that, which is
Rename the
bad,
show
but-
because you're a little bit more than a far-right Republican.
Hey, what can I say?
I think you could say I'm a fascist.
Yeah, I am.
They went there?
Yes, Eric. It is where they went. Jubilee, the Nazi platform. We platformed 20 Nazis. And one dude who had to defend his own humanity against those 20 Nazis because of the conversation. For the conversation. I can't get over the fucking just like the pudding particles on this guy when he drops the fact that he's a fascist proudly. He's like, you're just like, wait, that's the master race? Oh, we're gonna be okay. We're gonna be all right.
With no fear?
Just checking who's clapping just to get my set of where everyone is on this. Because you know that millions of people are going to be watching you on YouTube and checking out who the fascists and the Nazis are.
I'm not ashamed of that whatsoever.
No, clearly you're not.
Yep, just watching the whole video. Just watching the whole thing. Hey, what's that? Oh man, it's already over.
Conservatives. This is
Nice.
open authoritarianism. And this is what is being normalized and mainstreamed in our country by people in power, by the media, by people who don't know any better.
He really should have been like, by you, Jubilee.
Cool. All right, great video. I better not see any divides in these comments, though. You can see why the Department of Education is the first target. I just clicked on this to get pissed off. America is doomed. If this motherfucker says quite frankly one more time, I'm gonna lose it. Every day, I am more surprised by the monsters that walk among us. This is genuinely turning my stomach. I'm tapping out 37 minutes, 12 seconds. The fate of the world is on these people's thumb. We are doomed. Bruh, this is so sad. These guys are so stupid. This is so hard to watch. Almost everyone here is despicable, including Hassan, terrible debater. The Sioux and the Navajo and the rest of them are not real natives. They are migrants from Asia. The whites founded America. The whites are the true natives of America. Classic Democrat arguing strategy by not letting them get a word in so they can't prove them wrong. Deport! After watching this, it confirmed my decision to never live in the U.S. Oh, there's the divide. Yeah, I'd know that son of a bitch anywhere. And it's right here in the Jubilee comment section. So I guess now it's my turn. I'm gonna do what I can to heal the divide using some good comment etiquette. Check this out. I don't like that they have to run to the chair. You're letting all the natural athletes debate first, and in my experience, those guys are dumb as fucking rocks. It's only a matter of time before two meatheads touch the chair simultaneously and just start clobbering each other in the face while Sam Cedar hides under the table. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe there's a reason Jeopardy gives you a fucking buzzer instead of making you rush the podium looking like a desperate weirdo. Also, this video was impossible to watch, and I now hate more people than before.
I also just never thought of like the disadvantage you're put at if you were behind Mehdi Hassan. You've got a full like human table disadvantage to the person who's literally right in front of the chair.
Clicked on it. I don't think that's part of your guys' mission statement, and I sure hope this wasn't your intention because I feel like shit now. I kind of think God might be dead and heaven has been consumed by ash. If you're reading this and you had anything to do with this production, please just know that any hope I had left hiding in my soul has been extinguished by your hand. You've somehow created division inside my body. My left side thinks my right side's a racist, and my right side keeps calling the left side the N-word. So congratulations on that, I guess. I'm gonna be honest, I think Mr. Beast has better ethics than you guys, and that's a pretty low bar to clear. Maybe get a normal guy into your writer's room so he can be like, no, that's stupid, don't do that. You should forever live with whatever doubt could have prevented this from happening. And also a curse on you and all your future endeavors forevermore. Now, I'm sure the rest of your videos are cool though, so I can't wait to check those out. Subbed and post. Okay, so I hate to do this, but we gotta rewatch a portion of that video.
What can I say?
I think you could say I'm a fascist.
Yeah, I am.
Now, you might already know this, but that guy got fired for saying that. Proud fascist now begging for money after getting fired from job over viral debate video. Yeah, that guy's name is Connor Estelle, and he is another victim of the divide. A sneaky little divide, just sneaking up on you with a camera, filming you saying the craziest shit in the world. Well, luckily for Connor Estelle, there are good Samaritans out in the world, and as you can see, people have donated almost 40 grand to the poor kid. Fired for my political beliefs. My name is Connor, and I was recently shown in the latest Jubilee episode. As a result, unfortunately, I was subsequently released from my job. Unfortunately, voicing fully legal traditional right-wing political views results in real consequences. And who is sending this poor little innocent boy money? Well, we get to see who they are. They're right here. We have to show people there's good money in fascism. Have you considered a full-time career in fascism? You're good at it. HH, brother. HH, total knots days ahead. Keep your chin up. Oh, man. A whole lot of Hulk Hogan fans in here. Promise me, brother, don't let the K's get you down. We are being invaded. Europeans and Americans need to cast out the brown plague by any means necessary. God bless, we will win. White men need to stand together. Only white men get fired for speaking their opinion. And here's Israel Did 9/11 donating $88. God bless you, brother. Please stop with the vulgar language you put.
Wow. That other video, I guess, kind of left a lot of these ones out because these are so bad. This is all Nazi posting. This is, I'm sorry, the Christian fundraising website filled with fucking Nazis. What a surprise.
Sometimes, though, as it is unbecoming for a disciple. Great job at Jubilee. Great work on the Jubilee. Hope this helps. You're a good lad, and what you did was righteous. But for God's sake, get a gym membership. People respect.
Nazis body shaming Nazis. I agree with the fascism. I just think you gotta pump, bro. All right? We can't have you looking that way if you're gonna be one of us.
Strength of conviction comes first, yes, but physical prowess is a close second. $15 because I can't donate $14.88. Yes, and thanks to Jubilee, I'm now learning to be more empathetic so as to share and understand these feelings I'm seeing here. Now, with that in mind, I'm gonna donate to this little boy, but I'm not gonna send him any money, no. Not when I can send him a prayer. I mean, those are better. That's what they send after a school shooting. Hey, buddy, I
didn't even know that was a feature. Well, there you go. There's where you can fill it with prayers. Yeah, and to everyone who wants to leave a prayer, that's I guess the way. They have examples. The prayer of a righteous person is powerful and effective. James 5:16.
You an apology. I actually prayed for you to get fired last week, and God said okay from the sky. So that's pretty much confirmed it had nothing to do with Jubilee. I wanted your job, and I took it with the power of the Lord. Also, your last name's Estelle? That's a woman's last name, bro. Not a good look. I hear the name Epstein is up for grabs, and it might fit you perfectly based on how you look and act. Praying you get addicted to heroin so this money disappears in a month. An email to heaven. All right, guys, we're going to take a quick ad break, but stay tuned because when we come back, Hulk Hogan's going to call into the show.
Oh, my God. Eric, bravo. Yeah, this is how it's done. This video is brought to you by Internet Comment Etiquette. You should go check out Internet Comment Etiquette.
Wow, would you look at that? From such humble beginnings, huh? Hey, yo, get the fuck off the platform. I'm trying to walk here, asshole. I'm late to my New York job of catcalling women outside the bodega. It's bad enough this fucking city smells like a bathroom for diabetics. I gotta hear Coldplay while I'm waiting for the A-line. Hey, pal, any more of my senses you wanna fuck up? Maybe force me to taste my mother-in-law's fucking brajol? Go Jets! And post. See, I knew there would be a good Jubilee video, one that actually pursues empathy and humanity. And in 15 years, this video's gotten, 55,000 views.
Weird.
Huh, okay. Not a lot of demand for this, I guess. Let's see what's getting the big numbers. Anorexia versus obese. Oh, okay, 400,000 views. That's a good amount of money. Who committed the worst crime? Ex-cons ranked themselves. 3 million views. Nice, that's a good paycheck right there. Jordan Peterson versus 20 atheists. Damn, 7 million on that one. That's a lot of money. Is being fat a choice? Fit women versus fat women. 8.3 million views. Oh my God, that is so much money. 6 grandpas versus 1 fake. Oh, wait, hang on. I want to watch this one. And play.
I'm a grandpa.
I am a grandpa.
I am a grandpa.
I'm a grandpa.
I'm a grandpa.
I'm a grandpa.
And I'm not.
Wait, what? I'm so confused.
No. This kid's never gonna fool a bunch of grandpas.
This is Martin. I have 1 grandson. He is going to be 4.
Hi, everybody. I'm Bill, and I have 3 incredible grandchildren.
So check this out. I found the best way to watch Jubilee videos is to just go down here and find where it says most replayed and just click on that, and it's over. All right, well, let's see what everybody learned in the comments. Got injured in an accident? You could be one click away from a claim worth millions. You can start your claim now with, oh, wait, never mind. I'm just reading the pinned ad from Jubilee. That's okay. I do that too. No judgment there. I'm just, didn't realize that those guys did sponsorships. Hey, hit me up, Morgan & Morgan. Grandmas were better. My grandpa's named Papa Bill. This has to be scripted because the mole was terrible. Dang, I feel bad for my grandpas now. Oh, got him with the empathy. Yeah, that's what it's all about, guys. Last time I took on 6 grandpas, my house smelled so bad I had to leave the windows open for a whole week. And post. All right, well, I've seen enough, everybody. And my conclusion is that it's incredibly easy to get on a Jubilee video. They even have sign-up pages on their website where you can pick the project you want to be on. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and pick the one where they're looking for conspiracy theorists. I think I could do that one. Casting outspoken and passionate conspiracy theorists who aren't afraid to challenge the mainstream. Whether you believe the moon landing was faked, aliens walk among us, or the government is hiding the truth, we want to hear your theories. All right, here we go. I'm going to fill this out. Name, Jorm Gorson. Political affiliation, Trustafarian. Social media link. Oh, it's got to be @nudecelebs for free on Twitter. Photo submission. Luckily, I've already got one. Pop. Occupation/industry, meat. Please record 1 to 2 minute video showcasing your amazing personality. All right, I got one of those. And pop. Hey, how's it going? This is Jorm. Just wanted to say that I do believe in a lot of conspiracy theories. I try to keep an open mind though. Very respectful of people that have differing opinions. I'm good at listening. And I'm just a live and let live kind of guy, you know.
Jordan, when are you gonna finish these dishes?
Oh, I'm gonna finish the dishes when I fucking feel like it. How about that? You wanna die? Do you want to die right now? No? Well, then shut up. I'm recording a job interview. Sorry, that was my roommate. But yeah, yeah, it's just a little bit about me. Thank you for checking this out. And has this been a minute yet? Yeah, whatever. I'm just going to post it. Yeah, that video is probably going to get me in, but I'll go ahead and answer the rest of these. What conspiracy theories are you passionate about? Oh, boy. Donald Trump is a liberal plant meant to split the party, and his wife was born a man. Snow is fake and doesn't melt when you hold a lighter to it. I've tested this. American cheese causes cancer. The lottery exists to catch time travelers. All those missing kids on milk cartons were sent to work camps on the moon mining for silicon. Every cell phone has a tiny bit of explosive in it that the government can detonate at any time. All of Nick Cannon's kids are clones. Alan Dershowitz is locked in a decades-old humiliation ritual pact with the Shadow Masters, where every few months he has to publicly argue the age of consent. I've got more, but I'm being respectful of your time. All right, nailed that. What was the moment or piece of evidence that first made you question the official narrative? When Elton John came out as gay? How do you decide what sources or information you trust when forming your beliefs? First come, first serve. How did you hear about the casting? Have you spoken with anyone yet? Yeah, I talked to one of your staff in my dream last night, and it said this was my destiny and I'd be immediately approved. Sarah? Is there a Sarah? Have you appeared a digital series YouTube? If so, which one? Just a heads up, there is a grammatical error in your question there. It should be, have you appeared in a digital series? I'm assuming the people who come up with the show ideas are also writing these questions. Okay, and submit. Well, I can't wait to get on that episode of Jubilee. Look, guys, I'm gonna be honest, I don't think I can watch any more Jubilee content. I can feel it calcifying my pineal gland. So instead, let's switch over to some other patronizing, self-indulgent media organization that I can't stand. Here's the TEDx Talks channel. And what do you know? It's Jubilee founder Jason Y. Lee. And you guys are familiar with TED Talks, right? It's the one where they go like, before I begin, I want to tell a story.
I'd like to begin by telling you a story.
Here we fucking go.
I had this belief that ordinary people can do extraordinary things. So like any reasonable, logical person, I decided to grab my guitar and several of my friends and go to a New York subway stop to sing and busk to raise $100 for Haiti.
Yeah, he has to retell this story because nobody watched that video. And I'm just gonna skip to the most replayed part.
Now, fast forward 5 years later. Jubilee Media now is a digital media startup.
Yeah, and it makes a lot of money.
I get to tell stories to inspire change. And we were able to create videos and films that not only bridge people together, but inspire young people to live for something much greater than themselves.
Gay or straight?
Yeah, I was like, how does Ted approve this? How did that get past the whole that was a really important conversation that definitely needs to be promoted on the platform. That the guy is changing the world. Gay men test their gaydar.
Gay men test their gaydar. Candace Owens versus 20 feminists.
And this idea that ordinary people can do extraordinary things. And this idea that if we live a life of love, of compassion, and of courage, that together we can change the world.
Oh my God. It'd be one thing if he had like a really shitty kind of like, you know, soulless startup that was just kind of like as word salady as the sentence he just said out loud. But when you're actively like looking to destroy society itself and make like the very fabric of our conversations infinitely worse and platform Nazis, it's just so wild that you get up there and be like, that's why I believe in my core that hope, change, truth can lead to freedom.
Thank you.
I think I got one more like little teeny tiny comment left in me. Let's go. Hey, this is what you sound like. Why can't we all just get along? Listen, man, it's all good. Nobody's expecting you to solve any of that. My advice, however, would be to pivot away from making the world a better place. You're just not up to it. We need someone who hits the gym more. People respect strength. Strength of conviction comes first, yes, but physical prowess is a close second. Wait, where'd I learn that from? Those aren't my words. Anyway, pick something smaller maybe. I've got a couple pitches for you on that. Stuff you can promote to maybe change people's minds about certain things. Case in point, I'm willing to write a very large check if you were to showcase a topic such as 100 charismatic racists versus one lonely high schooler. Remember, we're just showing what happens. Total journalistic integrity. I will be happy to provide the racists to make it easier on your staff. Also, all of those racists have show ideas too. Here's a couple of them. 1 Hillary Clinton versus 100 Seth Riches. See who wins that one. 20 toddlers versus 1 Roblox creep. Roger Stone versus hiding your teeth when you talk. If that's no good, try 1 mortician versus 100 bloated river corpses. You're probably on the way to generating some river corpses yourself with all the careers Jubilee has ended by putting these idiots on camera and letting them speak their minds. I may not be the most altruistic man in the world, but I've also never hired Nazis, so I got you beat on that one, Jason. You might want to amend your company motto from "We're not afraid to go there" to "We go there all the time and it's now what we're known for." I know you came in here with all these noble intentions about love and friendship or whatever, but this is the internet where we want to see people get fucking demolished. We want to see people die, Jason. Truth be told, you're leaving money on the table by not making these things more dangerous. Electrify the debate chairs. Force the person getting debated to wear one of those butt plugs that makes you good at chess. You are living in a fantasy world if you think you're going to close any sort of divide using YouTube videos. You do know that YouTube is part of the divide, right? So unless you got plans to shut that shit down, I think it's best if you just continue to produce Jerry Springer for kids. Also, I'm physically stronger than you, so I'm right. And post.
It's like one of those very clear moments, and I've said this before, where like it took a comedian to put it all out there, but there it is. And like a lot of the time it's just like, yeah, a lot of other people are probably going to spend a lot of time debating about the merits of Jubilee and whether or not they are in fact trying to transform the world and make it into a greater place. But I think you can call a fascist at this point.
So what did we learn here today? Well, we learned that trying to make the world a better place almost always ends in the absolute corruption of even the purest of souls. And that's it. That's what we learned. Hey, whoa, Hulk Hogan's calling me.
Hey, Eric, it's me, the Hulkster. Sorry I'm calling you so late. Hope I didn't miss the show.
No, dude, we're still going. So what happened to you?
Turns out I died, brother. Hey, Eric, you want to snap into a Slim Jim?
You know I do.
All right, anyway, I love Hitler, brother.
Oh, whoa, dude, nobody wants to hear that. Unless it's in a Jubilee video.
Hell yeah, I'm in heaven getting my dick sucked by Nancy Reagan right now. She's going Hulkamania on my steroid boner. Talk to you later, Rick.
All right, thanks, Hulk. And thank you for watching. I truly believe that this video is going to change the world for the better. And if it doesn't, oh well, at least I made money, so fuck you. Good night.
Big money, Salvia City. We're in big money, Salvia City.
Big
money, Salvia City.
That was a workout. That counts as ab day. All right. Hey, if you don't already support Eric, you probably should. Here's the link to his channel. He's very funny. And like I said, did a better job taking down Jubilee than anyone else, including a human rights lawyer. Sorry, human rights lawyer. Eric has you beat there. That was good.
don't let this happen to you. Go to serfscoffee.com to order the only end-to-end owned indigenous coffee company that delivers blood-free, conflict-free, and cruelty-free beans right to your door. 0% of people who drink serfscoffee.com have exploded spontaneously. By ordering right now, you get 10% off plus free shipping, and it's the best way to enjoy delicious coffee while not exploding. That's serfscoffee.com, serfscoffee.com.
Thank you so much for watching, everyone. This video wouldn't be at all possible without the financial support of all the people whose names you see on the screen right now. And if you want to unlock secret bonus episodes, content that we can't post anywhere else, or get the videos early before anyone else gets to see them, please go on to patreon.com/theserfs. For as little as $1, you can help support this channel and help make more videos like this possible. Our executive producers are Anna Loves Riley, Adrian McCarthy, Bobby Lasers, Cheryl Alvarez, Comrade Junkie, Doug Caddy, Everything Important, Garrett Sandoval, Hagbard Celine, Jimmy Sombrero, Multimondi, Omni, Political Papi, Preston Kroll, Quiet 185, Richard Boehm, Riley and Anna, Roller Dragon, Cernicus, Stellar Gwyn, Sebastian Demel, Tigwig, Trav, and Words Greenwood. And also, it wouldn't be possible without all the names you see on the screen right now. Again, if you want to help produce this content, it's only made possible through the funding of our patrons. Head on down to patreon.com/theserfs. That's patreon.com/theserfs.